Good morning, guys. Today's video is going to be a homeschooling video. I'm going to show you a couple items I got for the kids to incorporate into our homeschool over the summer, and they are all fun schooling ideas. So if you're interested in watching that content, please keep watching. So the first item I picked up is this Egypt Social Studies Funschooling Journal. I got this from Amazon, and I just felt like it would go really good with our Bible unit study. I love the ways these journals incorporate fun learning styles for the kids. They learn all about Egypt, but they do it in these fun, cool ways. So I'm just kind of doing a flip through so you guys can see what the book looks like inside. Here they just have some color pages. The kid can write the name and the date. And then right here it says everything that this lesson will cover. So it'll cover ethnic cooking, traveling, history, interesting places, how people live, tourism, transportation, wildlife and natural wonders, cultural traditions, natural disasters, famous interesting people, missionary stories, scientific discoveries, fashion, architecture, plant, animals, and language. So all that's covered in this journal. So I felt like that was really, really cool. And right here it is just a parent to-do list, which basically just tells you that the kids are going to have to either watch a documentary or go to the library. Right now you really can't go to the library, so you can just look everything up online. Right here you see there's a mapping page where the child has to label all the countries and cities in Egypt. And there's another mapping assignment here. So I love how it's incorporating geography into this lesson. So right here, this is where the library or the research comes in handy. They have to research in Egypt what are the popular foods there, what are the traditional clothing items. They're going to draw the flag, write a famous quote or proverb, write down historical events. And then on this page at the top, it says they're going to read a book and watch a video about it. They're going to write the book, the video title, and then write down any interesting facts that they can remember about what they just read or watched. This page I feel like is going to be our favorite because we love food. So they have to research what Egyptians love to eat, and they're going to write down 5 of the most popular Egyptian dishes, and then we get to pick our favorite. And then on the next page you'll see you have to do step-by-step instructions on how to create that dish. So I felt like that would be a fun cooking lesson, incorporate some math with some measurement in there. So this one I'm really, really excited to do with the kids. Next little lesson they have is one about Egyptian sports. So they get to research all the sports they do in Egypt and write those down. Then it transitions right into Egyptian homes. They show them a style of Egyptian home there. They get to research what kind of homes they have in Egypt, what they use, what building materials they use. And then on this page, it's a coloring page. And then to the left, they have a page where you can design your own home. So I figure my youngest will do the coloring and my oldest will be able to use his artistic skills to draw out his own Egyptian home. I feel like my boys will have so much fun with this. It's just so creative, and I love how they're using fun, interesting ways to teach the children all about Egypt. Now they're phasing into learning about tourism in Egypt. I'm just going to flip through the rest of the pages so you can see what that looks like. Now it's talking about the capital of Egypt. If you were going to plan a trip there, what would you do? Who would you talk to? What places would you go see? And then it has, like, on the right side, different things you can do in Cairo. My favorite part is this creative writing piece they have on the back where they're going to write about an imaginary trip they want to take to Egypt and all the things they would do there. And then on the right, they're just going to write an illustration about the creative writing assignment that they just did. And then on the back, I'm just showing you all of the other countries that you could have chose from. I chose Egypt because it goes good with our Bible study, but you can choose any one of these. And all of these books are available on Amazon, and I will leave the link to where you can get it in the description box below. Now, this is another Funschooling journal I got. This one is the same kind of structure as the Egypt one, but this one covers 30 fascinating cities around the world. So they get to kind of take a tour around the world, learning all the things that they learned before. You'll see all the different things that it's going to cover here. And then these are all the 30 cities. So I'm not going to read through all of them, but you can see it here. It goes all the way through Abu Dhabi, Amsterdam, Cape Town, Las Vegas, Jerusalem, New York. And then you can see here you have Paris, Prague, Rio de Janeiro, Seattle, San Francisco. And then you'll just see me flip through the pages, but the format is just the same. They have mapping first, and then what kind of favorite food, what kind of fashion, what are the fun things to do there. They'll watch a documentary, write down as many fun, interesting things as possible, just to get to know a good small sense of what the city or country is about. Now, like I said, I got these 2 books just for my sons to add into our Funschooling library. I'm going to, kind of filter them in with our homeschool during the summer. I just felt like it was a fun, creative thing to add in, so to break up the boredom and the monotony of all the worksheets and the workbook stuff. So I will make sure I leave the link to both journals if you're interested in the description box below. And like I said, both of them were fairly inexpensive, and I got them both from Amazon. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you guys is just these 2, actually it's 3 coding programs I got for my youngest son, Amir, to go with his Osmo kit. Now, we already have letters, tanagram, and numbers, but they recently had a sale on the coding where you get Coding Obby, Coding Duo, and the Monster Jam. They had a deal where you could get all 3 for $80, and then I was able to find a $25 off code, so I hopped on it as soon as I could. Now, this one, I'm just pulling out all the pieces so you can see what the Coding Obby comes with. Now, the Coding Jam has the same kind of pieces, but you use them differently. Coding Obby makes Obby go different places and different directions, which I'll show you in a second when my son starts playing the game. But Monster Jam is when they get to create music and beats and songs in a musical studio. Here's a brief look at Coding Jam, but the pieces for Coding Jam is just the same as Coding Obby. This one is just a musical version of the coding games that Osmo has available. The main thing I love about the Coding Obby is that the kids have to use a lot of critical thinking to figure out how to get Obby from one point to the next. Now, what you'll see in a second is once Amir gets loaded up here, he has to get Obby from this point here where I'm pointing. He has to jump up and get to that gold coin. So he has to figure out what pieces he needs to put together, what directions they need to go in, and how many jumps or walks they need to make in order to get him to that gold coin so he can win the game. So once he figures that out, he hits the go button, and you see right there, Obby got to the correct destination and he got a victory and won 20 coins. So as the kids progress, the games get harder and harder. They'll have multiple jumps, they'll have multiple directions, and then they actually have one at the end where he can go against his brother and see who can code and get to the area the fastest. So I love this, and there's so many different things they can do with this game. So I absolutely love this. So this is going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the few things that I showed you that I plan on implementing this summer or adding into our homeschool, Funschooling, whatever you want to call it. If you guys like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel and like the video, and leave any questions or comments you have below. I love answering any questions, anything homeschool, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.